Hi Aquarius, welcome back to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your How to Find True Love reading for 2018. So as I said, I didn't really want to do standard sort of predictive readings, 2018 year aheads for each of the signs. I've done that before for the past sort of 3 years running, and I wanted to do something a bit different. I wanted to do readings where I felt that this was all about empowering people and, saying to people, look, this is maybe if you're thinking about, the whole point of getting older, growing older, moving into, from one year into the next is about how we evolve and learn as people. This is why we set New Year's resolutions. This is how we set them. I used to be a smoker, so I gave up smoking, this year. It was very, very difficult. But it wasn't actually difficult, I just did it because I didn't want to do it. I don't want to smoke. It's not healthy. It's not good. So I've done that. I've got rid of that. And I'll go to the gym a lot more now, that type of thing. So it's all about how we evolve. But how do, the last reading you guys had was how do you live your best life? And this is all about, the readings are about trying to help people to manifest, create, live their best existence. Some of the times we can get caught in a bit of a hole, in a bit of a trap. And this is, well, how do we, because the only person that's going to really take you out of shit is yourself. You can get as many tarot readings as you like on a subject, but unless you're willing to make changes yourself, you just get stuck in a groove. So the readings aren't about, this is the year ahead for you guys. This is about how you maneuver yourself through the year. So if you're looking for love, and this is the reading that's designed for that, this is about how we go about trying to find true love. And this is for those of you who are either in relationships and you're not happy in them, or you're looking for a relationship, you're single and you're saying, you know what, I've had a load of shitty relationships and now what I want to find is true love. This is what the reading, if you're in a perfectly happy relationship, this is probably not going to be for you. Okay, so for this reading we're using the Golden Tarot here for the main reading. We're using the same layout as we did on the How Do We Achieve Our Best Lives in 2018 reading. For the advice cards, we're using the Guardian Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, the Romance Angels Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, and the Love Tarot cards by Liz D. Now I think these are a little bit of a rarity. They were 45 quid on Amazon, and I thought I'm not spending 45 quid on those cards because they're only majors. They're the majors. They're a beautiful set of cards though. Found for $12.99 I think it was on eBay, but they're quite rare. I don't know whether you can really get them easily these days. So they're only majors, and what we'll take from these cards are the lessons that you need to learn. There is a lesson that you need to learn in terms of finding true love this year. Okay, so with that said, we're going to put once again to the side the advice cards that we're going to be using for the reading. We'll just put all of that to one side, and we're going to focus on the reading. Okay, so this Velcro's table thing gets so, fluffed up. So Universe Spirit, show me, how does Aquarius find true love in 2018? Show me Aquarius and how they should go about trying to find true love in 2018. How should Aquarius find true love in 2018? How does Aquarius find true love in 2018? Show me Aquarius. How will they find true love in 2018? How does Aquarius find true love in 2018? Show me how Aquarius finds true love in 2018. Show me the foundation. So what's the heart of the matter? What is the root cause of everything in terms of them finding true love in 2018? How has this root cause made them evolve? Stage 1 of them finding true love in 2018. What is their goal about love? What are they looking for in terms of love in 2018? What do they seek to aspire to or achieve in terms of love in 2018? And as a result of that, where will their focus be in terms of finding true love in 2018 in position 4? Show me what their challenges are concerning finding true love in 2018 and before that. And as a result of their challenges, what is the best way that they can deal with that challenge? So stage 2 of finding true love in 2018. Position 7. What is the further work that Aquarius needs to do in terms of finding true love in 2018? Position 8. Who are Aquarius in terms of their, in terms of what they're doing to find true love, or who they are, or what they represent in 2018? What is the influences coming in that Aquarius in position 9 will need to deal with in 2018 concerning finding true love? What are their hopes or fears in terms of finding true love in position 10 in 2018? And the overall advice that you have for Aquarius in terms of them finding true love in 2018 in position 11, show me. Okay, we're going to split the deck into 3, like so. And we'll collect the cards back up. Now, remember I shuffled that way, so it has to be turned around like that so you guys get to see the cards, okay? Because if I shuffle that way and I start putting everything down, everything comes out reversed. And, it, you know, they need to be in their correct place. So, here we go. This is in your foundation. So, this is what sparked everything off. This is the reason, the cause of why you guys are looking for true love. This is how things have evolved as a result of this energy. So this is what's sparking off stage 1 of you finding true love. This is what your goals are towards finding true love. This is where you'll be focusing, or what you'll be focusing on concerning finding true love in 2018. This is what your challenges have been concerning finding true love. And this is how you're going to overcome those challenges in position 6, stage 2 of finding true love. This is stage 3, so this is the next level of how you're going to find true love, or what you're going to be doing to find true love in stage 3, position 7. This is who you are in 2018 concerning love. This is influences coming in concerning your love lives and how you might be dealing with that. This is your hopes or desires concerning finding true love, and this is the overall advice for how you guys find true love in 2018. Okay. So what's the root cause of everything? What has sort of sparked off you guys looking for true love? Well, you've got a 6 of Wands showing there. So for some of you guys, Aquarius, you might have been dealing with a fire sign individual. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or this is about recognition. So in your foundation, the reason that you've been looking for true love, it might be that you had a relationship that was very successful in the past. A relationship where you felt, if you look at this card here, on this particular card, you've got 2 people, well, 3 people out of 4. You've got people riding together, but we won't look at that imagery there. We're going to look at what the card really means. I feel that some of you guys in your foundation, you did have a successful relationship, Aquarius, with an individual. I think it was successful. I think that you felt a sense of pride, a sense of achievement. I think that some of you guys felt a sense of recognition from an individual with that 6 of Wands showing there in the foundation as the reason why you're looking for true love. Now, as a result of that, stage 1 of you finding true love, or what sparked off stage 1 of you guys looking for true love, is the 7 of Swords. So I feel that you had a successful relationship, but as a result of that success, I think there might have been a deception. It could also be in your foundation, there was somebody around you, Aquarius, and this person might have been very charismatic. This person may have been a little bit of an attention seeker, an attention whore, as you call it, with the 6 of Wands. This person might have been a little bit arrogant. This person might have had quite an ego. And it might be as a result of that as well, that what you've experienced in stage 1 is deception, 7 of Swords. For some of you guys, it might be that this relationship, because there are 2 upright cards, and this one's a pretty good one for love, but it does suggest in your foundation for some of you guys, there was a successful relationship. Some of you guys, it might be that you were following someone, or somebody expected you, because the 6 of Wands is a great card for love, and it does represent success and achievement and victory in finding love. But if you look at the card as well, the card suggests somebody who's got followers. So it might be in your foundation you had somebody who thought that they might have been above you, for example, with that 6 of Wands showing there, which I've often seen the 6 of Wands meaning when you really look into the card. As a result of that, stage 1 could be that this isn't about deception, this is about you guys wanting to move away from this energy here. What are your goals? The 9 of Coins. Well, your goals are about valuing yourself. 9 of Coins as a goal is about, well, I want a relationship. You see, with the 9 of Coins, when it comes to love, Aquarius, the 9 of Coins can mean many things. Now, the 9 of Coins can mean I'm in a relationship, I get everything looked after, my partner buys me clothes, my partner buys the food, my partner takes me away on holiday, my partner gives me a credit card to go spend on. It's a material card. So this can suggest a lady or a man that lunches. And they've got all of the material comforts. But the one thing that this person doesn't have, Aquarius, is love with the 9 of Coins. So this card can show up when you're in a relationship and you've got all of your material needs met, but you don't have all of your sexual or your physical or your emotional needs met. So I think that your goals really are to, I think for some of you guys, the goal is to be independent though, because your goal is the Nine of Coins. And the Nine of Coins isn't necessarily a card about a joint relationship. Sometimes this card can show up and it can say, well, you're independent and you've got options. You've got freedom to be with who you want to be with, to see who you want to see with the Nine of Coins. It suggests an element of freedom and independence in an individual. And that's your goal, the Nine of Coins. And that's why I feel that it's either that you guys had success in a relationship, but there was a deception. And now your goal is really to be single, maybe to start choosing a few options, but not getting too serious with that Nine of Coins. For some of you guys, the goal might be to value yourself a little bit more, because the Nine of Coins talks about the need to value oneself, because coins aren't just to do with money and material, they're also to do with value. So we can attribute the word coins, pentacles, to self-value. And the Nine of Coins, when you get cards like Nine of Coins, Four of Coins, they're all about people that kind of do value themselves in one way or another, even though the Four of Coins can be about somebody who's a little bit kind of held back and very sort of not very receptive to others. They're a little bit closed off. But the Nine of Coins is all about self-value and what we value about ourselves and who we are. And it might be for some of you guys that your goals for 2018 in terms of love is about valuing who you are. You want someone to come in and see you, that you are of value as a Nine of Coins individual. You've got your own thing, you've got your own money, you've got your own independence, because the reason that everything is happening is this Six of Wands. So we've got to look deeper into the Six of Wands. And can we say that you had a successful relationship? You might have done, but there might have been, as a result of that success, a deception. But that makes no sense if you've got a successful relationship, that there would be a deception around it. It could be, well, you had a successful relationship, but there was a deception, a Seven of Swords, potentially. And now your goal is that somebody recognises you. Maybe that's it. But it could also be that maybe in your foundation there was a relationship whereby one of you felt higher than the other. Because the Six of Wands can say, well, look at me. Recognise me for being beautiful, or recognise me for being a stud, or a really virile, gorgeous, hunky type of man, or recognise me for being a beautiful, gorgeous, boobalicious female. This is the card of the arrogant person, of the show off. So it might be in your foundation that you did have, for some of you Aquarius, is somebody like that. And as a result of that, how this has evolved for you in stage one, you recognise that this isn't about deception, but this is about you guys wanting to run away, avoid this, move away from it. Because Seven of Swords in the upright, it's not, you can't. The one thing that I always tell people in readings or in tarot is never to look at one element of a card and say it is so. Never ever look at the Seven of Swords and say it's only about deception. It's not. It's not. It never is only about deception. Yes, it can show deception, but it can also show strategizing, being clever, being cunning, being cautious, being careful, avoidance, running away. All of those are the words we can attribute to the Seven of Swords. And I think that you guys in your foundation, that somebody around you felt that it was almost like an unequal, because I look at the Six of Wands and it can also represent a very unequal balance of power. Because you get one person that's high up and one person that's low down. And you get cards like Six of Wands. And even though the sixes do represent the need to achieve balance, you'll often find with cards like the Six of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, cards like the Six of Swords show more of an equal type of thing going on. But even then, you've got one person standing above two people pushing the boat along, which suggests somebody's in charge. Somebody's higher up than other people, Six of Cups, again, one person who's higher than another, handing a cup to a little child. So I always notice with the sixes, you're always getting one person that's higher up and a couple of people lower down, which suggests to me that there is, with these sixes, it's about trying to create balance, but almost like there's an imbalance with those sixes. Even though six is meant to be the number of balance and trying to create it, when I look at the figures on cards, which is why I always get pictures on cards, Rider-Waite, whatever, derivatives of the Rider-Waite, it always tends to show somebody who's higher than another. Okay? So I feel that what's going on here is that with this Six of Wands, I do feel that in your foundation, there was for some of you guys somebody around you who there was an imbalance. It might be that you felt that this person felt better than you, or this person felt that, I get the, because the Six of Wands can be the narcissist. So some of you guys might have been dealing with a narcissist as well with the Six of Wands in the past, Aquarius. And I think as a result of that, the first stage of you guys finding true love was to run away from such an individual. Somebody had an ego problem. They might have been a narcissist. They might have felt that they were, what's the word? This is the card of entitlement as well. So you might have had somebody around you, Aquarius, who felt a sense of entitlement with the Six of Wands energy here. Okay, and as a result of that, the first stage, I think it's more like that. The first stage was that you guys wanted to in order to find true love, was, I don't want this narcissistic, self-entitled individual around me. So what I want to do is I want to run away and I want to avoid, because my goal is to get, place more value on myself. This is about me, and anyone that doesn't value me, I don't want. And I think that your focus, Aquarius, for 2018, first and foremost, will be about your own value and getting people to recognize that you are a very valuable human being with that Nine of Pentacles, and that you don't, you're not submissive to anyone. There's a certain submissiveness I see in the number sixes, whether it's Six of Pentacles, somebody bending down, handing a pentacle to somebody who's on their knees, whether it's Six of Cups, somebody bowing, slightly bent down, handing a bucket of flowers to a smaller child. Whether it's the Six of Swords, somebody who's taller than two people sitting in a boat and they're rowing and they're taking control of the boat in front of two people. I always see a slightly imbalance in those cards. So I feel that this is about, in your foundation, somebody who asserted themselves over you. And the first stage of gaining or getting a true relationship, a true love, is to avoid that person here. Some of you guys ran away from that individual. You removed yourself with the Six, Seven of Swords from the individual, because your goal is for somebody actually to value you. You ain't getting the value here because this person actually thought that maybe for some of you guys, you were lower. As a result of that, your focus for finding true love in 2018 will be on Temperance in the reverse. So Temperance in the reverse is about imbalance, funnily enough. It's about a lack of compromise. And I think that for some of you guys, if your focus for finding true love is on Temperance, it's either that it's going to be on, you're very much honed into imbalanced relationships that I think would have happened with that Six of Wands in your foundation, or this is about you guys not compromising on, because you can get look, the cards are open-ended, okay, they're neutral. So even with Temperance in the upright, yes, it is about compromising and finding some form of a balance between opposing forces. But even in that, finding balance, if you get somebody around you who seems to feel that they've got the upper hand, which the Six of Wands can show in a reading, somebody who feels that they have the upper hand over another individual, it might be that, because you've got the foundation which is leading to this, it might be that in the reverse you're saying, well, no compromises, my focus is on not on compromising on this. Okay, or my focus is on, I've had an imbalanced relationship with that Six of Wands. Yeah, it might have been successful to a certain point, but somebody actually feels that they are higher than me, that I should maybe be their stooge or look up to them, which the Six of Wands can be, or I should follow them and adhere to what they want, because I see a certain element of adherence within the Six of Wands. And I feel for some of you Aquariuses, as a result of this, the energy around you, the focus will be on the Temperance, no compromises around this, because my goal is for people to value me. So I must be seen as equal measure to my partner, because your challenge is the Nine of Wands. I think that your challenge is that some of you guys might be very suspicious with the Nine of Wands energy. You might be a little bit anxious. You might be a little bit on your guard. You might have your guard up for some of you guys. But the way that you overcome that is in stage 2 of finding true love. And this is by the Four of Coins, which is funny that you should have the Four of Coins show up as the way that you overcome this suspiciousness or being on your guard or being very defensive or protective of who you are, is the Four of Coins. And I'm going to try and think about how I can think about it in the second stage of how you find true love. I think that this is all about holding true to who you are. Holding true, because I mentioned the Four of Coins before, and both cards represent people on their own who are very possessive of what they have. So this is for me about standing firm and standing true in what you value. So this is about sticking true. How you overcome the defensiveness is simply by saying, look, there are no compromises here. Because at the end of the day, how I find true love is by standing in my power, and anybody that comes my way who doesn't recognize that and expects me to be underneath their asshole and propping them up and making them feel like they're the ish and I'm just there for the ride, no deal. Temperance. Because my challenge is the 9 of Wands. Your challenge might have been, for some of you guys, I stuck around for this for too long, I put up with it for too long. And as a result of that, maybe the only way that you overcome that is, well, you start to take your power back with the 4 of Coins and say, look, no deal. I refrain from it. I refrain from this. Because the 4 of Coins is also to refrain and hold back from this. So if your challenge is, well, I've always held out, expecting something. So 9 of Wands can also be, well, I hold out. And what does the person hold out for? They hold out for a change. Sometimes you get the 9 of Wands. For example, you might have broken up with someone, and you're expecting that person to call. You become the 9 of Wands person because you're always, every time your mobile goes off or you hear the text message signal coming through on the phone, that 9 of Wands, you'll always be the 9 of Wands person looking across and saying, is it so-and-so? Or I'll go over, or I'll answer the phone a little bit, but secretly feeling, oh God, I wonder if it's that person. That's what the 9 of Wands person is. Well, and some of you guys, your challenge might be that you're always holding on, always waiting, always waiting for changes. But how you overcome that is by being resilient, standing in your own power and valuing yourself, because sometimes people can't change. The third stage of how you achieve or find true love in 2018 is the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Don't even venture or even contemplate anything that you feel is not good for you. 4 of Cups in the reverse is all about missed opportunities, but it's not about a missed opportunity if you know exactly what it is that you don't want. So I'm reluctant sometimes, Aquarius, to use the word missed opportunity with the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Sometimes I choose to look at this card and say, well, this isn't a missed opportunity. Look, in the upright, this person's got their arms folded and they're saying, you know what, I don't know about this, I don't really want it. But in the reverse, they're actually saying, that's it, I'm done, I'm dusted, and I don't want it. End of story. I'm not even contemplating, I don't want it. So how you achieve true love, and it seems to be a running theme through here. 9 of Coins is your goal. Your goal is to value yourself and to only include what it is that you want in your life in 2018 concerning love. And therefore, we're only looking at the cards now where I'm looking at self-value. Therefore, the 4 of Coins is the second stage of how you start to find or start to achieve or, you know, start to experience the energy of true love coming into your life. Because this reading is really about loving yourself. It really is. This is really a reading, Aquarius, that is talking about you guys loving yourself. As boring as that might be for some of you guys, it is about loving yourself. Because the 4 of Coins dude loves himself. He loves himself enough not to share it, not to share what he has with others. Is that a bad thing or is it a good thing? I don't know. It depends on how you want to look at the card. But the cards are nuanced, and there's something in the cards that is not always run-of-the-mill. So this isn't always a mean person or a clingy person. Sometimes this is a person that says, well, I just enjoy my own space and I'm not willing to share it with anyone. So really, here we have you. Your goal is the 9 of Coins. To value yourself more, to care about yourself, to take care of yourself, to put your own needs first. And as a result of that, the focus will be on no compromises, because my challenge is I'm always waiting. I'm always waiting for people to phone, to change. I'm always waiting for the phone to go. I'm always waiting for this person to value me, who doesn't. No wonder I had to fucking run away from the dude. But you know what? If my challenge is this, then how do I overcome it? No deal. 4 of Coins. If my challenge is always waiting and holding out for people to change, how do I overcome it? Take it back. 4 of Coins. Not going to invest in that anymore. I'll invest in me. Because at the end of the day, stage 3 means if somebody should come to me and in 2018 they want a relationship with me and it's not right, no deal. I'll cut you off without even thinking about it. If you appear like this, we ain't doing it. No deal. No ice. Nothing. 4 of Cups in the reverse. No deal. No deal at all. This isn't a missed opportunity card most of the time. It says I don't want it. The card represents I don't want it, because what the 4 of Cups talks about is you leave certain things behind so that you can start to embrace a new life, a new transition, a change. It's a change card. So this is about wiping the slate clean. You're done with the situation and you're moving on to something else. And that's what you guys will be doing. That's how you're going to be evolving in terms of finding true love. You guys in 2018, or going on from that, before that, in terms of love, are the Queen of Swords. Geez, who did that show up for last? Oh my God, that showed up for you guys in your last reading. Again, you keep showing up as the Queen of Swords. But it's good. Queen of Swords is a good card to get in love. Now, some of you guys might be single. Queen of Swords is either a single woman. She can be a woman who's been slighted in love. She can be a platonic friend. But she can also be a lover. But this is the type of dude that's in control. You showed us her before in your How Can I Achieve the Best Life reading. And now you're showing up as the Queen of Swords in this reading as well, Aquarius. That's incredible. So you guys with the Queen of Swords, you are showing us somebody. And this, look, when she's in the reverse, she's worse. I don't like this lady really in the reverse. Well, it's not that I don't like her. It's just that hurt is her middle name and sorrow is her middle name. And she can become very bitter and resentful and bitchy and nasty when it comes to somebody. You know, she can really be just a nightmare when it comes to love. Because she takes a lot of her hurt out on other people around her when she's reversed. In the upright, the Queen of Swords is more like, you know what? I might have been hurt. I might be down, but I ain't bloody out. That's how Queen of Swords stay in the upright, you know. Now, we notice on this card, she doesn't have her hand held out. So there's no compromises with this Queen. None. Not whatsoever. Because on the Rider-Waite, with the hand, she invites. With the sword, she discards. So there's a mixed message going on between this woman. She wants it, she doesn't want it. But on this card, her hand is firmly down at her side and the sword is up. And she says, come hither, tell me who you are, and if I don't like you, you can fuck off. Basically, that's how she is. Now, you guys with the Queen of Swords are taking control of who you are. You've made a few cuts, you've severed a few ties, you've detached yourself emotionally. And I don't think it's that you're emotionally detached. I just think that you're once bitten, twice shy in 2018. Because what influences are coming in for you guys? You got the Four of Wands in the reverse. This is something you'll have to deal with. Four of Wands in the reverse. So Four of Wands in the reverse is all about instability. It's about an unsuccessful project or an unsuccessful relationship with the Four of Wands. This is about disengagement or maybe failed marriages, that type of thing. But it talks about instability. So some of you guys will have to deal with somewhere along the line, perhaps maybe there'll be some form of a failed relationship some of you guys will need to deal with or experience. But we need to see what comes after that card. Your hopes. The Magician. Brilliant. So your hopes are to start manifesting real love. But manifesting as in with the Magician energy. The Magician energy is all about what we manifest on a cellular level. So how you think is what you start to manifest through. So your hopes will be, well, I've got a vision for what I want in the future in terms of love. And my hopes are that in 2018, I start manifesting that. And the advice for how you start to experience or attracting pure love, true love into your life in 2018 is to be the world. Have the highest expectations with the world energy and draw a conclusion to anything that doesn't suit you. Also learn from past mistakes. Learn the lessons. Okay? Because those lessons will hold you in great stead for moving forward, for entering a new phase. This is the advice of the World card. And this is my advice from the World card. Always have the highest of achievements. Always expect the highest from an individual, no matter what. Because this is where you're coming from. You're coming from the element of the world. You've learnt a lot of lessons here, Aquarius. You've learnt a lot. The world is a lesson card. The world says, I have learnt the lesson of the situation. So take those lessons and bring them into your new phase. Because the world also talks about a new phase where one phase ends, another one begins. So you guys are beginning a new phase and you need to take the lessons of the world, what you've learned from the past, and you need to take them into any new relationships that you have with the world energy showing here. Okay? You need to be mature enough and worldly wise enough in terms of who you meet, who you're around. Learn that, because you've already learnt them there. The third stage of you guys finding true love is the Four of Cups. No compromises. There's no compromise here and there's no compromise It's not like, well, I'm not sure about this, you know. I'm contemplating it, but you know what? I don't know. This is like slam dunk, no. End off. Because there's no compromise here. Temperance in the reverse represents no compromising. Yes, it is a card of inequality, imbalance, very tetchy energy, up and down energy. Nothing is flowing right. But what your focus is on, temperance in the reverse. And this isn't even about trying to make things work, because you probably tried to make things work with this dude down here. Until you recognise, I've got to avoid this dude if I want to find true love. You know, why did you need to avoid this dude? Why did Aquarius need to run away or avoid this individual? Because they put no effort in, Page of Coins in the reverse. This person here thought, for some of you guys in your past, Aquarius, you'd have had someone who thought, oh, I'm good looking, I've got, you know, I've got it all going on, everybody's after me, everybody likes me. So Aquarius are going to be the same. I don't have to put any effort in, because Aquarius are just going to like me because I'm good in bed, or because, you know, all the girls like me or all the guys like me. I don't have to put any effort in. You know, Aquarius will pay for everything maybe for some of you guys, because I'm so beautiful and I'm so sexy. They'll want to take care of me because I am higher than Aquarius. I'm better than Aquarius. I'm gorgeous, and they should be thankful to have me in their lives. And then you're like, oh, no, I think I'm going to fucking run off, because you don't put no effort in. You don't pay for shit. You don't do shit. You don't do nothing, and you expect me to be around. My goal is I want people who's going to value me. I want someone to value me. Somebody's going to value me. That's my goal. You're not thinking that I'm some little stooge, love. No chance. My goal is to have people value me so you can get stuffed. I'm going because you put no effort in. I'm going because this relationship doesn't have the potential to go anywhere with the Page of Coins in the reverse. I'm going because you don't look like you want to be in the long term with anything. You don't look like you want to work on this venture for me. All you do is sit back and expect everything to come to you. That is not helping me. And therefore, my focus will be on no compromise with the temperance energy in the reverse. I'm not going to try and work anything out with anyone who doesn't see the long term and who is not committed enough with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. I am not going to try and work on this energy with anyone who is not committed with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. No chance. No way, Jose. Because my challenge is I'm always waiting with the Nine of Wands. No matter what, you can do what you like, you can say what you like, you can put me down, look, I've got the band-aid on my head, you can make me feel terrible about who I am, and I'm still waiting there for you. That's my challenge. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for a King of Swords. I'm still waiting for someone to be fair and just with me, to be kind to me, to be open and honest with me. That's what I'm still waiting for. But you know what? I'm not waiting anymore, because the way that I'm going to do that is by the Four of Coins. I'm going to draw back. I'm going to draw back on this shit. Because at the end of the day, this is not helping me with the Eight of Swords. I'm drawing back because this situation, all it's doing is it's trapping me, it's rolling me up in knots, and it's not helping me to evolve. It's not helping me to be the person that I want to be. So I need to hold back from this. I need to refrain. I need to take myself out, protect myself from somebody who just wants to keep me feeling a lack of confidence, or wants to keep me in the fear zone and tell me that I can't have this and I can't have that and I'm not worthy. Fuck you. I am. So therefore, the third stage of this is what I'm going to do as Aquarius in 2018. Anyone that wants to come to me with that vibe, they can just get stuffed. It is a no compromise zone here with this Four of Cups energy. Because at the end of the day, I don't see this. Anyone that wants to come to me with that vibe, it's not going to go anywhere with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So I'm not going to invest in this. I'm not investing in anything that's not going anywhere. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Because I am the Queen of Swords. And do you want to know why I'm the Queen of Swords? Do you really want to know why I am the Queen of Swords? Why am I on my guard with the Queen of Swords? Why do I take control of who I am and of who comes into my life. Because I'm sick to death of having people that don't put the hard work into relationships with me. I'm sick to death of having people that come in who won't invest, who think it's okay to take a liberty and not to help me and not to want to go the full distance. I'm sick to death of being relationships. I am the Queen of Swords, oh my God, and far more controlled in who I see and who I take on in my life. And you know why? Because I'm sick to death of having people who don't bother investing in me and give me nothing at all when I give so much. Now, coming in Aquarius, you guys might experience this Four of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this is just feelings that you're going to experience. Some of you guys, it might be that you experience feeling a sense of instability in yourself because the Queen of Cups says, I feel rejected. I feel upset. I feel down. I feel depressed because I don't feel anybody's giving me love. That's what Queen of Cups in the reverse is. So some of you might experience that coming in during the year. That you feel like you aren't loved or you're unlovable or why doesn't anybody love me? However, hope rules supreme because your hope will be for the magician, and that is to start creating magic, manifesting new love. And how do you do that? You do it via the world. And this is about entering a new phase, taking all of the information, all the experiences that you've gone through with that world card. There you go. See what's upright with it, the sun. You have to let bygones be bygones if you want with the sun energy. A successful new year, success in love with the sun card. You have to be very self-aware with that world card. You have to learn the lessons from the past if you want success in terms of love going forward. It's brilliant that you guys are on your guard here. It really is good. It really is good. You aren't willing to have anybody in your life. All you want is someone. You're holding on. Your challenge is you hold on for people to be just with you, to be fair with you. Because the Nine of Wands is to hold out. Look at the bandage. Some of you guys have really been abused by a partner, a narcissist. You dealt with a narcissist. A lot of narcissists think that we should, when you get a narcissist sometimes in your life, Aquarius, what they tend to do is they think, well, oh, Aquarius or whoever should be thrilled to have me as their king or as their queen. Because just for the very fact that I look the way that I do, or I dress the way that I do, or I earn the money that I do, that should be enough to keep Aquarius silent. To keep Aquarius following me. But you're like, as a result of this, hell no. I'm going because it's not enough. You don't put any effort in. You might look good. You might smell good. You might earn money. But I want love. And that's where you don't put the effort in. My goal is to have somebody who values me. I must have somebody who values me. And that's why my focus for 2018, no compromising with a douchebag that doesn't see commitment with us, who is unwilling to commit properly to me. Because my challenge is I've been waiting too long for someone to be just and to be fair with me. But you know what? No more. Because I'm going to hold back from anyone who makes me feel that I don't have any self-worth. Eight of Swords. And therefore, the third stage, you come to me with any of this bullshit vibe, you're gone. Four of Cups. Because this has nowhere to go with me right now or ever. Knight of Wands. Yes, coming in, I might be feeling a little bit unstable. I might be feeling a little bit teary-eyed, a little bit lonely, Queen of Cups in the reverse. A little bit rejected, like I'm the widow or the person, the man or the woman that's been left on the shelf. A little bit, you know, upset, resentful with the Queen of Cups energy. But you know what? I will take your advice, universe. I will learn the lessons from the past with the world energy. I will enter a new phase, which I know can bring me positivity, but taking all of those lessons that I've learned here and entering into 2018 with a far more mature perspective, a far more solid imagination, putting an end to whatever it is that has gone on here, entering this new phase so that I can have happiness, abundance and success in love. This is all about, now look, in 2018, this area here, so here, no, not so much there, that's your goal, but here, and here, that's the past, and that will be your past as well when you experience it. It will just be a blip in the moment, because this is where you're going to be. This is the best area. These two areas, your goal is to be admired and valued for what you are. 9 of coins. And the advice is, if you want that, the world, draw a line under anything that doesn't serve you anymore, Aquarius. Let it go. Learn the lessons from the past if you want a successful new beginning. So, i.e., if you have been the follower, and if you have been waiting for someone to be fair and just with you, do this. Because this is the third stage. Don't put up with anybody's nonsense here, because it can't lead to anything. It can't go anywhere. You know that. And as a result of that, the overall advice is, look, if you truly want love, you're already there anyway. You're already there in the reading. There's no anger here. There's no animosity. There is just a firm set of values and beliefs for what you guys want in terms of love. That's all it is. There's no anger or animosity with Aquarius. So Aquarius is all good. You're all good, darlings. You're all good. You know exactly what you want. Exactly. But you know the whole point of this reading is let go of resentment if you're going to have it. Do you understand? Because that's what the world card is. You've learned the lessons, but you don't hold on to them because you're entering. Those lessons put you in good stead when you enter this new phase. Remember the world, ending of one phase, beginning of another. But you take what you have learned from the ending part and you bring it into the new phase. We go from the Fool, who is young, right up into the World card, who is old. So the Fool's journey takes you up to the World, and all of those lessons that you've learned through all of those cards in the Major Arcana, you take them and you go back to the first phase again, the Fool. It's a never-ending cycle of learning. So the advice is, take what you have learned from the old and bring it into the new, and we can look at the Sun as being the new. This is the old, this is the new. Take what you have learned with the World card and apply it to this new phase in your life in 2018, because it will end up very well for you. It will end up very well. Also, I just wanted to pull one more card, and I just thought of this. If you guys can take what you've learned from the past experience of whoever these individuals or individual is on your way to finding true love, I feel that this will illuminate, because the sun and the star remind me of their planets or their stars, and they illuminate. Sun lights up, stars light up. Take what you've learnt take the lesson of all of this, Aquarius, that you've learnt, and allow it to illuminate the sun. What your consistent patterns are, Hanged One in the reverse. Allow it to illuminate what it is that you don't know, or what it is that you have failed to recognise, or even what it is that you have ignored with the Hanged Man in the reverse. Allow it to teach you. If you want change in any sphere, love, friendship, family, people that come into your life, whatever it is, you've got to have a look at yourself as much as them, because nobody is an island. Sometimes we want to say, well, somebody's done something to me and it was negative and it was bad, but it's all down to them. Why not take a look at yourself as well? Is there something that you're doing that's encouraging this type of behaviour? If this is a consistent pattern, perhaps for some of you guys having met narcissists, what is it that you are doing to encourage narcissistic people to come into your world? Sometimes this can be a lifelong thing. And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything bad. It just says examine what it is that you do. Because you've got 3 majors as the outcome as well. And I feel that this is saying take those lessons. World card is a lesson. So take the lessons from the past. Allow them to illuminate the sun. What it is that you're not letting go of, or what it is that you are consistently doing or not enlightening. The sun will enlighten you. because the Hanged Man in the reverse speaks of someone who is not enlightened or refuses to see the light. So let the sun, let the lessons that you have learned illuminate. The sun illuminates those hidden depths that you are not yet or have not yet faced up to concerning patterns in finding certain people coming into your life. Because once you start to illuminate those areas, what you'll find is that before you know it, the right person will start, or the right people, you'll start attracting them into your life. Once you can admit or wake up to what it is within yourself that might be attracting the wrong people in. Let's have a look at the advice cards for love. So we're going to have a look at the romance angels first. Universe, Spirit, advice, romance angels. What is the advice that you have for Aquarius on their love reading for how they can find true love in 2018? What is the advice that you have for Aquarius on how they can find true love in 2018? Show me. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. That's a lovely advice. Flirt. Just flirt. Just feel out the energy. You've decided on what it is that you don't want. So now you know what you don't want. Now you'll know what you do want. So just toy with the energies in 2018 around people around you. You said that your goal is to be the 9 of coins, to value yourself. Some of you, your goal might be to just be single. And just to, you know, play things by ear, which the 9 of coins can be. I'm single, but I don't mind mingling at the same time. I don't mind having a few amours around me at the same time. So just, if this is your goal as well, just flirt. Just go into finding love in a light-hearted manner. Don't think that everybody that comes in is going to be the one, because more than likely, sometimes they're not. So just go easy on that. And just meet whoever you want to meet. Don't take it easy. Don't think that somebody's the love of your life after a week because you don't know them. Just take it easy and flirt. The second bit of advice for you, Aquarius, in terms of finding true love in 2018 is, let's get this card up here. The Two of Thoughts. So it's Two of Swords, this one. The Two of Thought on the angel, guardian angels, is the Two of Swords. I hope you can see that the lighting has decided to come through quite strong. And it says, your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options. And there you go, the flirt thing again. You have multiple options that you're reviewing and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels for signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Deep down, you know what to do. So you have multiple options in terms of love in 2018. Okay? Rather than saying, who do I choose? Just feel out the energies again. There's no rush, I don't believe, here for some of you guys. If you're finding it difficult, ask God for a sign. Ask the angels for a sign. There will be options coming in for you guys, I believe, this year. The cards here are saying this as well. And let's get the final advice. This is the lesson you guys need to learn concerning love in 2018 in your search of pure love. True love in 2018. This will be the lesson. What is the lesson that you want Aquarius to learn? Oopsie daisy. I can't take those two cards because they dropped down together. What is the lesson that you want Aquarius to learn in terms of finding true love? The High Priest. That flicked out, so I have to take that. What is the lesson that we can learn from the High Priest? I think this is to follow your moral guidance more than anything else. The lesson is the High Priest, which is the Hierophant major card in the Rider-Waite. This is all about, number one, Hierophant is all about tradition, and it's about lineage, and it's about what are our values. And if your goal is, Aquarius, to find someone that values you in terms of who you are, then the lesson is stick with that with the High Priest, I believe. Because the High Priest is all about, well, what are your values in life? Now, values are values. Your values might be to rob and steal. If you were brought up as a thief, the mafia had a certain code of conduct. They had a certain lineage and tradition. It's not right to us, or a great many people, but it was right to them. Stick with what your values are. What are your true values, and stick to them. Yes, go out and flirt. Don't think that everybody that comes into your life this year, Aquarius, is going to be the one. And if you do find the one, that's going to be amazing. Okay? If you find the one right off the bat in 2018, that's bloody fantastic. Good on you. The other advice is Two of Swords. You have options that you are finding it difficult to choose between. Well, go back to what your values are. Does this person that you've met, do these two people, what differentiates them? What kind of values does one have? What kind of values does the other have? Which one fits your values most? That is if both are equally interested in you, Aquarius. Stick by what your values are. Stick to what your values are. Stick to your beliefs. Do not align yourself with somebody else's beliefs. Align yourself with your own. Because when you stick in your values and you expect other people to value you for what you are, who you are, what you believe in, you can't go wrong. You've already laid down the groundwork. If you say, I want a monogamous relationship, and somebody agrees to that, then they should hold that up. If you say, I want a monogamous relationship, and you meet someone and they're like, well, you know, and you're getting along and you've been with them 6 months, and you say, you know, I really do want this to be a complete monogamous relationship, and after 6 months somebody's turning around to you and they're saying, you know what, actually, you know, I just thought at the end of the day maybe we could still just keep this a little bit open. Do this Four of Cups reverse, because you know what you want. But if that person doesn't know what they want, what's the point? Stick to your values, because in the end, if you stick to your values, Aquarius, in terms of finding true love, I don't believe you can go wrong. That is your How to Find True Love in 2018 reading, Aquarius. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will be back with your love readings for February, the month of love. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.